Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about my NECA Ultimate Chucky figure. Now I have been wanting to get this figure for a long time. I already been planning on getting this for so long, and I finally managed to get me one. Now, this right here, as you can see, is like the box for this particular figure, and as you can see, it has the image of Chucky on the front, and it says "Good guys." He wants you for a best friend, and collect all the good guy accessories. Of course, this is based on the actual box, from like the films. Now, of course, Chucky is the killer doll from this particular film right here. Well, this is the first film in the series, Child's Play, which I actually went and saw at the movies, back when I was a kid. Now, I haven't seen all the Child's Play films. I only went all the way to the birth of the Bride of Chucky. That was the last one I actually saw. I didn't get to see the Chucky and all the other ones. I went straight to video. I didn't get to see those. So yeah, I only saw the first four films. But yeah, this is the actual packaging that he comes in, which I think is kind of cool. Now on the back it has like images of the figure and the various things, that you can do with it. As you can see. It also has this right here, let him share your secrets. That's what it says right here. It's like this tagline. It also says, "Hi, I'm a good guy. Let's play." 'Cause I think this is the stuff that's actually on the box, when you like in the movie. It also has images of like the various things that he can be, based on how like the actual toy box is like in the film. Like it says right here, he can be a cowboy, a courageous soldier, a doctor, or a superstar baseball player. It has like the various like images, as you can see. And even on this side it says he can be a construction worker, a brave Indian, and also a fearless fireman. Now it also says at the bottom on the back that it includes a bat, a hammer, yardstick, pistol, razor, 4 knives, bladed forearm, interchangeable heads and hands, and a good guy box, which I think is probably going to be very cool. That's like the good guy box itself. And also when you open it, this is the inside of it too. As you can see, it has like an image of Chucky right here on the side of it. And you also can see like the various accessories that he comes with inside the box. I see my heads are kind of turned around up there, at the top. This is actually delivered to me. Now, I already actually did kind of have this. I already had purchased like a couple of days ago, but the one that I actually was sent, it was actually missing the item in it. It was actually missing like the good guy box that you can put Chucky in. So I had to actually reorder this one again. I was kind of surprised. But okay, so what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and open this up and talk about. I like right here it says, "Hi, I'm Chucky. I'm your friend to the end." That's what it says right there at the top, and at the bottom. As you can see, there's Chucky right here from NECA, the Ultimate Chucky. Now this is actually like a mixture of like all his movies. It's not really based on like a set film. But it does look like a little cool. Now being that he's like so like small, like I'm finna measure him right now. Let's see. Chucky's about like 4 inches, as you can see, in length. And most NECA figures are like 7 inches, some of them are even like 8 or more, then you have like the quarter scale. So yeah, he has tons of accessories, it's like tons of stuff, that he comes with, so I just touch on everything. And here's like one of the things. Now to me already, I think this is probably the coolest and best accessory of this package, the actual Good Guys toy box that you can put Chucky in, so I'm really looking forward to messing with this. And as you can see, they have it like in the plastic too as well. There is the Chucky. So what I do is just touch on like the actual articulation of this figure. You can actually put him on the stand too as well. He does have like the holes underneath his feet, as you can see. Okay, so here's Chucky. You can turn his head, like left and right, and stuff. I like how you can even like tilt it, like you can tilt it like that. I think that's kind of cool. Or you can like straighten it up. You can turn all the way to the right like that. You can lift his arms too as well. You can bend them like that. You could turn the hands too as well. As you can see, you can turn his hands like all the way, I guess 360 degrees. Like I said, the head can be tilted. I like how you can put that little like tilt in his head. That's cool. Now the waist, it can't turn at the waist. I know it's like his waist, it can't turn. Now you can also turn like his legs. You know, his legs can be like you can do like a split. There's a split. You can also bend his knees too. He has good articulation, you know, you can bend the knees, you can turn on the I noticed in the foot don't really seem like it can turn that much. Unless you have probably to loosen it. This foot can kind of turn like that, you know, you can turn the feet. And even this leg can be bent too. Now the detail in this figure is truly amazing. As you can see, this looks exactly like how Chucky did, like in the movie, you know. I like even how like the hair is, and I like how it feels too. Even like the clothes, you know. See how it says like "good guys" on it, and it has like the various like images of like the various like things you can do with the good guy doll, like the workers and stuff. I think that's cool. Now I was also hearing like in some of the reviews that they don't have good guys on his shoes, because it should be underneath on his shoes, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that too. I like how you can see like this right here, like all like the various images of the workers all over them. Very detailed, you know. Even Chucky's face, it looks exactly like it does, you know. I was also hearing, you know, that the face they considered was kind of too puffy, you know, but it still looked pretty good, you know. I like how it feels too. It feels like the feel of the figure itself feels nice, you know. So NECA did it again. Awesome figure. Dang, this figure, the Chucky figure, it didn't have a background before, like a background, you know, they usually come with the NECA figures. This particular figure didn't really have now, so I just wanted to touch on that, you know. But now, so now what I do is actually touch on like Chucky's hands. So as you can see, Chucky has 3 hands right here that I'm showing. He has like a right hand. As you can see, it's kind of hard to, because it's so small, you know. There's his right hand. He has another right hand too as well. This one has like a grip kind of to it too. And then he has like a left hand, which is like a gripping hand too for his left side. So what I'll probably do is just switch out one of the hands so you can like see it. So as you can see, I just took off Chucky's right hand right here. And then I'm going to put on a gripping hand. I also switched out Chucky's left hand too as well. So I got 2 gripping hands on him, as you can see, so I can grip the items that he has. Okay, now what I do now is talk about the actual, the 3 interchangeable heads that Chucky has. So he actually has 4 heads in total, you know. And this right here is the actual first head. And of course, this is the Chucky that we really know, you know. Where you can tell this isn't like a normal doll. It's like he's possessed, you know. Very detailed, you know. I always thought that it kind of did look like Brad Dourif too, you know, being that he voiced Chucky. Very detailed. I like how you see his hair too, like it's receding at the top, like he's getting human. And that's kind of cool. And the eyes, you know, oh, that's amazing, like the eyes. And this, of course, is the hair that Chucky did have on, you know. The actual normal good guy hair, you know. There's like the Chucky hair, you know. Now this is probably the one that I will always be using right here, you know, for my figure, you know, the traditional look of Chucky, you know, before he's all damaged and stuff, you know. Now this is another head that Chucky has. Now I believe this is actually based on the Part 3 Child's Play, or Child's Play 3. I think this is when he was in like the little carnival thing at the end, and that pendulum had, I think it was a pendulum. It's been a while since I saw it, you know, it had sliced his face off, if I can remember correctly. And yeah, this is another one that is like very like detailed. Cause like how you can actually see like the meat and flesh in the head, you know. Then that's very good, nicely detailed. I probably won't really display them like this that much, you know. And as you can see, there's Chucky with the head on. Like I said, I believe that is from Child's Play 3 when that Pendulum had sliced his face when they were at like the little carnival thing at the end. Spoiler alert, sorry. And the last head that Chucky does come with is this head right here. Now you would think that this is actually the Bride of Chucky head. I don't believe it is though. I heard that it was actually from like the cult or the cult of Chucky or the seed of Chucky, one of them, you know. But you would think it's the Bride of Chucky, you know, because I know he was scarred up like that on that one, you know. I did see that one like in the theaters too. And as you can see, there's Chucky with this alternate head. I don't think, I heard that it wasn't Bride of Chucky because that was the one I thought it was. I heard it was like actually another one. Like I think like the Cult or the Seed and one of those, you know, I'm not too sure. But when he first started looking like this was in Bride of Chucky, though, with Tiffany, you know. And now what I do is actually touch on like the weapons that Chucky has, and he has tons of accessories, you know, like weapons, you know. Now the first one I would touch on is this actual this bat right here. And like I said, these different tools and weapons that he has were used throughout the different films, like in the series, you know. I noticed my bat is kind of like dirty too. I don't know if that was actually how it was like in the film, but it does have like some dirt on it. So what I do is see if I can put it in his hand. Okay, as you can see, there's the bat in Chucky's hand. I think that's cool. The guy in there pretty good. Now the next accessory that Chucky has is this actual yardstick. And I do recall this from Child's Play 2, which I did see like in theaters too. As you can see, it says "Good Guys" on it. I think that's so cool, and it actually has the numbers too as well. You know, that's awesome. And I think it says "Play Pals," toys on it too. The detail in that is really amazing. The NECA will actually go to that extent, you know. It is just so detailed. I mean, it has every number and so on. I think that's awesome. So as you can see, there's Chucky with the ruler with a yardstick in his hand too. I remember he used that on, I think, Child's Play 2 to beat the teacher up with it. I remember you can see it like through the window, you know, like the arm. Now the next accessory Chucky has is this actual voodoo knife, as you can see. And of course, this is like on the first film. Very detailed, you know, like the voodoo markings on it. And it's on both sides, you know, those markings, you know. There's Chucky with the voodoo knife in his hand too. Now this right here, I believe, from my opinion, is like another cool accessory that he has. Is the actual the knife arm. You know, like when his hand was chopped off and he actually had to put this knife in his hand, and he had taped it around it. You know, like it had tape on it. I think that's so cool that they did that too. You can actually see the brown tape around it because he had taped it on his hand. Now to actually get this knife on, this particular accessory on, you have to take off Chucky's arm right here to actually get this on. So as you can see, I took Chucky's arm off. So now I'm just put this knife on. There's Chucky with the knife arm on. I always thought that was a cool accessory too. Well, a cool look for Chucky, you know, that knife arm. And this here is another accessory that Chucky has, his actual hammer. And this is another one that is very detailed. It actually has the Good Guys like logo on it, like the sticker. That is so awesome, you know, that they had that much detail in that, you know. Yeah, it's a hammer, as you can see. And there's Chucky with with the hammer in his hand too, as well. And this here is another accessory that Chucky has too, which is this razor. I think this is from Child's Play 3. Can't remember, I think he cut the guy. I forgot what he did. It's been a while since I saw it. I know he said it's definitely you. Or the movie. I always thought that was funny. I think this is from that particular film, if I'm not mistaken, because the guy was about to cut his hair, if I can recall. I'm not too sure. I like how it has like the detail, like it's like an age, like razor. I think that's cool. And there's Chucky with the razor in his hand too. As you can see, this right here is a butcher knife that Chucky has. Nicely detailed. I like how it reflects too, you know, like it's really like silver, like, you know, like the metal. And here's Chucky with the butcher knife in his hand too, as well. And here's another knife that Chucky has. Now I can't recall all the films that these are from, you know, because I haven't seen them all, you know. So these could be from films I haven't seen, but this knife, as you can see, is very huge. And again, I like how it like shines, it has that metallic look to it. And there's this knife in his hand too. I'm sure these knives even has names too, you know. But yeah, as you can see, that's a huge knife. And this right here is the actual last knife that Chucky has, as you can see. Now I also believe that this was the same knife that was actually this knife right here with the arm, if I'm not mistaken. I remember Chucky had broke the knife off and put it and stuck it in his arm, like in the film. This was that same knife, you know. 'Cause you can tell they are exactly like they had the two like lines in them too, if you look closely. And there's that knife in Chucky's hand too, as well, which, like I said, I believe is the actual same knife that is actually attached to his arm, that he attaches to his arm, because he actually breaks it off this handle and rams it in his arm like in the film. As you can see, here's like the last, I guess you could say, weapon that Chucky has, which is this pistol. As you can see, it's very, very small. And as you can see, it has like those two like dots on it too, like two. And as you can see, there's the pistol in Chucky's hand too, as well. I actually had to change out this hand for one of the other hands to actually put the pistol in it, because the pistol wouldn't fit in the other one. So this is actually the hand I think made for this particular pistol. And the final accessory that this Chucky figure has, and I think this is the best thing that comes with it, you know, and I think this is easily one of the best accessories I have ever seen for like actual action figure, you know, is the actual Good Guys toy box. As you can see, that is so cool, you know. So what I'm going to do is actually try to open this up, because you actually have to put it together, because as you can see, NECA has it like in this plastic. So what I'm going to do is just slide it out. And as you can see, here's the actual box. Now you actually have to assemble it yourself, you know. So I'm going to see if I can actually do it on camera too. Okay, let's see. So as you can see, there's the Good Guys toy box. That is so awesome. I think that is just so amazing that NECA included something like this, you know. And it looks exactly like the actual box itself, you know. It has like the same stuff, like, you know, like on the back and on the sides, you know. Like he wants to be your best friend and all that kind of stuff. I think that's kind of cool. It even has like the plastic window in it too as well. Okay, there you have it. There's my NECA Ultimate Chucky. And of course this is based on Chucky from like the Child's Play film series, and this is the original film I have right here, which I actually saw in the theaters, you know, when I was a kid. I even went and saw part 2 as well, you know. I didn't see part 3 in the theaters, I saw it like on video, but I did go see the Bride of Chucky. But that was the last one I actually saw. I didn't get to see like the Seed of Chucky, like and all those other ones, even the ones that went straight to video, I didn't get to see those, you know. But I always thought the original Child's Play was a good film, you know. But yeah, I think this is an awesome, a superb figure. I would definitely recommend, especially if you're like a Chucky fan, you know. And one of the things about it has it has a bunch of accessories, you know. And I think this is one of the actual coolest accessories I've ever seen for a figure. Is this actual box that you can actually put Chucky in, like his actual good guy box, you know. I think that's like a superb addition, you know. But yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this figure up, you know. So that's my NECA Ultimate Chucky. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play? What do you know? Chucky's gonna be a bro.